Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going? You caught me short. I was about. There we go. I was about to load the music. And the time code just clicked down. This is the new tune that I've been working on today. Do you like it? It's a remix of, wouldn't you know it, D-Train and Roxanne, which is what the beat is. But you've totally caught me unawares. I was there fiddling around and then I was like, oh my God, it's 5 minutes to go. Welcome to Wave the Exploding Show, people. Let me just try and stop this and I'll play you the constituent elements. There we go. Let me just try this, right? I'll play you the constituent elements. Hang on there. There's the Roxanne tune. Let me just play that one on its own. Hang on. Why is that not playing? There we go. Yeah. I've just clipped that down. Do you recognise it? Why do you want to make a fool of me? The R-O-X-A-N-N-E. That's Roxanne, yeah? And then we had a bit of D-Train. Where was it? Oh. That's just me remixing the opening of D-Train. Let's try this bit. Oh, you gotta love that. Anyway, I don't know why I'm doing that because that is not the section within Ableton that I normally go with. This is, and while it loads, I'm going to say to you, welcome to Way of the Exploding Show with me, Jason Bradbury. Coming to you every Sunday at 9 p.m. I know loads of you in chat because I've seen you in there. I'll just load this up. Let's get some tunage going. There we go. That's what we were talking about. That was how the show was meant to begin. It's great to see all of you this evening. I'm sort of hiding my face. Look, let's just get it done. I've had surgery, all right? So there you go. And there you go. We're out and open now. I've had surgery. I've had a lump in my face. It's been there for about 15 years, and you've probably never noticed it, but I always notice it, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So it started out the size of a pea, and when I had it removed on Friday, it was like, well, it's bigger than a grape. It was more like a plum. Well, you won't believe it, but because I wear glasses, you don't generally see it. But I won't do it now. But were I to pull my face like that, you could just see this lump underneath my skin. And it feels so good. It feels so good. But that's why I've got stitches, so you'll have to forgive me. Roxanne Shante says, Professor Giles, good to see you. Derek in the house. Grassamaniac. Kev Barnes. Got a lot of people in dark blue. Not so clear for me to read that. Rob H. Hope we can have the rest of the quiz answers from last week. I put them in Discord. I put them in Discord immediately, as requested by everyone. And what Rob is referring to... Let me move this microphone. I've actually been recording my Street Sounds radio show in here. There was a big sort of sonic blanket which I put across the top there, which deadens the sound, but it's no good if you're using a camera like today. And I've done 5 hours of Street Sounds radio in this studio, and that's why everything's set up differently. And that's also why I had that Roxanne Shante and D-Train remix loaded into Ableton. That's what caught me out. Sarah, how you doing? Yay! Hi, Sarah. No, they're not checking it. It's benign, if that's the right phrase. It was just like a cyst. I don't want to freak everyone out, but it was a cyst. Nothing to worry about, guys. Nothing to worry about. Okay, let me have a look in chat for Instagram, which is rolling up. Mark Bridgman, Max Tag, Jill Boy, Wills I Am, Love Recoil, Captain K, Spawn, Rob Curry, UK, Marnie, hey Marnie, how you doing? Liam FC Murphy, Technolly, Ellie, loads of people, Jeb, Rich's Random Retro Reviews, that sounds cool, like a bit of alliteration there. Dave Brightwell, who else we got? Baz Side Kane, Baz Side Kane, oh mate, round of applause for Baz Kane, ladies and gentlemen. You are welcoming into chat none other than my best friend from school. So that is quite something. So a lot of the stuff that I refer to in this show, Wave the Exploding Show, which of course relates to all the best of 80s and 90s retro, Baz will have been there with me first time around. So how's that? It's cool, isn't it? So what we do is we talk about stuff, general chat. Then we do a bit of news. Anything south of the noughties, mainly 80s, 90s. But it could be a contemporary item that we cover, as long as it relates in some way to those fine decades. You'll get it covered here on Way of the Exploding Show. So many of you in Instagram, it's really difficult to shout all of you out. Louis Penos, Rowan Fowle, Pandrew, Claire Louise, Jason Bed, Mastermind, Rab Doodles, Jason, Eddie, Briefcade, Shadow Boxes, Can't Ride BMX in the house again, bro. And that man can ride BMX. For those of you that don't know, Can't Ride BMX is a man that I met in Lincoln High Street. And Lincoln High Street is incredibly steep and incredibly long. It's about a mile long and it's steep. And I had a gimbal that I was testing for just a tech review. And he does this move where he rides backwards, sliding the front wheel at an angle and just keeps sliding like this. And we did the entire length of Lincoln High Street with him riding backwards, me on my electric skateboard going forward with a stabilized camera on a gimbal in one take. It was truly spectacular. I'll try and remember I could repost that this week actually. James, how you doing, man? Oh, it's JSC. Good to see you, Lucas. Subbies, Tuck. Is that the chap that came to my house in a tuk-tuk and took me around the headland in Newquay? If that's you, give me a shout. So many of you. There's just too many people to read. Jack Sandstrom, Aztec Therm, how you doing? Galv, great to see you, mate. Sunny Day Biker, Matt0919, and everyone else. Tom Stringer, Gareth Ross, Renter Ghost 72. I like that. Bit of a Timothy Claypole fan, no doubt. Rob Stringer, Tom, I got a telling off down Steep Hill on a bike many years ago. Yeah, you do. You do get done for it. Although this was at dusk, and we weren't exactly zooming it. He was only going at about 6 miles an hour. Incredible to watch. You're a legend, Jace, says Corey Williams. I didn't just decide to read this because it's so flattering. I was just halfway through it. Been watching you since the Gadget Show. Since you were 13. That's incredible. I watch the show all the time for your charisma. And I'm so glad you're doing these streams. Thanks, Corey. That's really kind of you, man. That means an awful lot to me. 5 hours of radio. You need a rest, says Derek. Prof. Giles, we're going to be talking to you later on, my good friend. Hold your horses. Wezza. Phil Hoy, if I've not mentioned you already. Yeah, the red jacket. Got the red jacket out, brother. Yeah, I reckon we're up to speed. Elaine, how you doing? Good to see you. All right, that's good. Marvellous. Right. So, welcome to Way of the Exploding Show. This show is all about retro. And let's set things rolling on with a little bit of news. Should we do that? Let's bring in the news. Okay, so news-wise, lots of stuff happening in the world of retro. My sources for this are a number of different websites, including Retro Dodo, which I must big up because he's one of the best sources of news. I started this story, which is about games being considered for the Video Games Hall of Fame via a Retro Dodo article, but I ended up on the native website itself, which I need to just bring up really quickly in order to read the stories. I'll bring the music down a little bit. There we go. So yeah, we've got an opportunity, us gamers, to nominate a bunch of games to be entered into the Video Games Hall of Fame. And the nomination period lasts between March the 14th. So that was Thursday, was it? Until the 21st. So we've got plenty of time. What's the 17th today? You've got about 4 days. And the question that they're asking on museumofplay.org is, which video games do you think are most worthy of joining icons such as Pong, Super Mario Bros, Legend of Zelda in the World Video Game Hall of Fame? So it's an important decision, this. The 3 games that receive the most public votes from the ones I'm about to read out to you will be submitted on one ballot and will join the top 3 submissions from members of the International Selection Advisory Committee. So the public are collectively acting as one member of the committee, if that makes sense. The final inductees will be revealed on Thursday, May the 9th. God, it's very official, isn't it? And they are, you probably can't see from that picture, so that you know, for people on Insta or those that want to watch this vertically formatted elsewhere, I format all of my images and visuals, including the quiz questions. We've got a great quiz coming up, Way of the Exploding Quiz at 9:30 at the centre of screen. Actually, do you know what also I've done? Before I read these games out to you, I have come up with a plan, a dastardly plan, to try and avoid what happened last week, which is that the show abruptly gave up the ghost before the hour. And that is this